Alright, so today is squat every day, day 16. Really, it should be about like day 20 by now, but I haven't been perfect. I think that's just exactly why I need to be recording this, is because it reminds me that I've been inconsistent. I haven't been perfect, and so there's room to improve. So if anyone's watching, know that it's better to do something than do nothing. So even though I haven't made it every single day, I'm still calling it squat every day because that's the goal. Anyway, so today's day 16. Today I wanted to share some thoughts about an experience. It's kind of a funny thing, but anyway, so me and my brother, we in the church, we have kind of like an assignment or a calling, and we're teaching a class called Gospel Principles. Basically, this class is like an introduction for anyone who wants to learn the basics and who isn't like there's another class called I forget what it's called. Well, we follow this curriculum that the church has, and it's like if you don't understand what's going on in that class, then you take this class called Gospel Principles. And so every week, or it's every other week, me and my brother teach this class, and so we have the assignment of using what's in the manual and breaking it down and making it more simplified, easier to understand. Anyway, so what always happens is that my brother kind of has I'd say some sort of like, he kind of has like anxiety about like that we have to have every detail kind of figured out, and I'm on the other end where I know that whatever is in my heart and in my mind, if I can just let it out and I can inspire people and help them to think differently, then that's a successful lesson. It doesn't really matter what has to be said, just say what God puts in your heart and mind. Considering that I've done so much preparation, like I've read scriptures for years, I've been a missionary, I've lived a life basically trying to be close to God, and so all that put together should make that I can be able to deliver a message in the class, you know? Anyway, I think it's super important that we recognize both sides of this, because no, I don't think either one of us is right or wrong. I just think that both of us have different ways of thinking about things. But I remember when I was a missionary, and I used to have the same exact anxiety that he has right now, of trying, because you're teaching people about the gospel, and it could be very impactful for them, and so you're trying to figure out how to do it in the best way possible. I used to obsess over every detail, try and figure out how to deliver the message almost to perfection. But along the way, with countless experiences, I kind of learned the best way is just to prepare beforehand by living it yourself. And then when the moment comes, the scriptures promise that God will give you utterance, as in he will put his words in your mouth, and what comes out of your heart will be what he wants you to say. And so the reason why I say he's not right and I'm not right, or he's not wrong and I'm not wrong, is because we're both on the same path, and we're just in different spots on the same path. So I'm just like, he is new to teaching, and I've been doing it for years, and so it's like I can understand where he's coming from, and it allows me to look at his insecurity, to acknowledge it, but also to realize that it's kind of insignificant in comparison to what God can do for us. He can put in our hearts the exact message, the exact wording we need to help these people that we're going to teach, and so we don't have to worry so much. But at the same time, it's like you wouldn't know that unless you've gone through countless experiences of trying to do things your own way, and seeing that it isn't exactly what you thought it would be. You don't execute it to perfection like you're hoping you would. It always goes better when you follow God's plan, and that's what I've learned. So I just wanted to leave that out there for anyone who's struggling with that obsession of detail. It's good to be obsessive, but be obsessive in when it affects you. So in this instance, our experiences are crossing over, our lines are crossing with other people who are new to the gospel. And so even though we care about these people, the best way to be obsessive is to obsess in our own personal lives and allow God to be the one that obsesses over the details in this intersection of ideas, of experiences, if that makes sense. I'm being really abstract here, but basically what I believe is that God has these people's best interest at heart. And so regardless of what, he understands our intention, we want to do our best, but what he's going to do, obviously he has a higher way. He's going to put in our hearts and minds what he wants us to say, because even if we do our very best, it's still not going to be good enough for these people. And so what we have to do is use our experiences to prepare us, and then all of a sudden when it comes to transferring our light over to other people, we need to do it how God wants to do it, because if we don't do it the right way, it could it might not be as effective as we hope. So anyway, that's what I wanted to share today. Be obsessive about your own personal details, and then when it comes to impacting other people, do it how God wants you to do it, and you should be fine. He'll direct you good. So that's it. Get off your butt, go to the gym. It'll be good for you. See you guys for day 17.